Oh, hello. By complete mistake or happenstance, we've found the entrance, the secret entrance, to Club Wieżyca. Club Wieżyca. The entrance, you're welcome. Monday to Thursday, 4 in the afternoon till midnight. Friday, Saturday, 4 in the afternoon till 2. What's all that about then, I hear you ask? Oh, that's a huge disappointment. Okay. Yeah. Timing's a bit off, I think. Oh dear. That's all a bit disappointing, isn't it? Frédéric Chopin, Polish pianist, name synonymous with Warsaw, of course. Here's a little cafe named after him. No copyright issues. Always useful if you leave it 100 years. You're looking at me? Yeah, I guess he is. I thought it was Sherlock Holmes from a distance, but it's not. It's a big, gigantic, ginormous teddy bear. If you like cuddly bunnies or teddy bears, this looks like it's the shop for you. That's random for Warszawa, isn't it? Here we are on Chmielna Street. There are places to stay on Chmielna. Popular hostel, you might find yourself staying there, if not at New World Street Hostel. And this location, plenty of everything here, not for museums or really those kind of cultural places, but if you're looking for ice cream, street food, conventional cafes, souvenir shops. There's a currency exchange place back there. I'm imagining the rates aren't so good as what we saw yesterday, or was it the day before in the underpass? Could be wrong, but why not just check them to make sure you get the best deal you can? I would probably avoid this ATM like the plague because it's Euronet, and you know what Euronet does. That's right. You get charged a stiff fee. You don't want that, so don't use that ATM. Stick with a proper real bank's ATM. A book fair? Why not treat yourself? Have a peruse, you never know what you might find. And even if you're a backpacker, your backpack's full. The last thing I need is a heavy backpack, and books are only going to make a ton of extra weight on my shoulders. I don't need that, thank you. Depending on what your interests are, that may or may not suit your purposes. Pick up a little souvenir book, in Polish or otherwise, who knows. Heck of a lot of ugly graffiti on this street. It's a real shame, because why promote that you have no artistic skills by buying spray paint and defacing a surface when you've got an alternative, haven't you? You could actually learn how to create something attractive, interesting and artistic and bring that to the table. The purpose of art is the fight for freedom. This little spot absolutely stinks of urine. Look at all this crap, for goodness sake. Have to wonder when you see so much ugly graffiti. Are these people who just feel disenfranchised and are really annoyed with their parents and the government, everybody else? Are they immature teenagers as opposed to mature teenagers who've just got nothing better to do with their lives other than make things ugly because they're angry, can't get a girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But it always conjures up these questions, for me at least. Now what we would do is go up here, Chmielna, if we were going to the Wedel Chocolate Cafe, just up there on the corner of the street on the right, as we did when I met my friend Susanna the other day. First time in 5 years, former ex-receptionist from yonks ago, and we just hit it off and still seem to have plenty to chat about when we very, 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 very rarely meet for a slice of cake or apple crumble as I had yesterday. And what was it? Sencha green tea that I had with the delicious ginger and orange jam. Oh, that's going to live long in the memory, I tell you. But today I'm taking you on this little walk at lunchtime along this street, which is really getting hammered with ugly graffiti, sadly. Oh, hello, what's this? Another police van. Makes you wonder what would happen here if the police didn't have such a strong presence. There were 2 big vans outside on Nowy Swiat when I left the hostel, but I didn't show you that because I don't know what to do, because from my point of view, it's really not a dangerous location. I've spoken with other people staying here. I've spoken with local people. I've spoken to the hostel staff, and they agree. It's just police feel they need to show their presence. Who knows what would happen if they weren't there? Would chaos reign? Would everybody go nuts? Or maybe it would be just sort of the same. Nothing would change at all. Oh, what's this? Somebody about to break dance? Hard to tell, really, isn't it? I'm wondering where we're going for lunch. We're going to meet outside a little place called Kino Atlantic, because it seemed like a useful sort of landmark where we can't go wrong, can't miss each other, because if you say, oh, let's meet on Chmielna, well, where exactly? And this was the only place I could actually think of, searching my distant memories. Oh yeah, I remember there was a place called Kino Atlantic, never went to watch a movie or anything there. However, it's a good spot for a meeting. Just looking to see if little Ula is there, because am I running late? Oh, I'm about 1 minute late. Hopefully she's more than, I think she is. I think she's more than 1 minute late. So I'm very happy about that. Another Marvel movie in the cinema. Is it the latest, or is it one which has done the rounds and it's coming back again? Oh, it's been in the cinema a couple of months. So, we're not thinking of going to see a movie anyway, so why should I bother even looking at what's showing? Right. Apparently, right opposite here, there is a place which was recommended by my friend Susanna. She said, oh, go there. And I'm thinking, is this an example of Susanna's hilarious humour? Quite possibly. She's a very humorous and very intelligent young woman. Maybe she was mocking me and suggesting I went to Haircut Express. But I don't think so. Moody Juice Bar? I don't think so. This place, which I can't see a name. Oh, Bordeaux. It has got a name. No, none of these are ringing a bell, but I'm assuming it's one of those options that she was suggesting to me yesterday, which I may or may not take her up on. I think I'll leave it to little Ula. She'll know better than I do. And also she'll know what she fancies, whereas I don't usually have a lunchtime like this. I'm not sure what I fancy. I've had my cornflakes and bran flakes, and I had a cheeky banana just now. got to admit, I had a cheeky banana. And I risked a cup of the hostel-free coffee from a real coffee machine. And actually, it was really good. As long as I don't get stomach problems later, which hopefully I won't. So now, we're just waiting. In your own time, little Ula. Oh, I just thought it'd be funny. I'm standing here like a clown, thinking little Ula is going to show up from one direction or another on the street, and suddenly she might come out of the cinema because she was waiting inside. Okay, I don't want to creep her out, so I guess I'm not going to pay her to be in my video, so I'm going to turn off the camera before little Ula shows up. And yeah, I've shown you the way. I've shown you the way. Come from the hostel, along effectively a walking street, and if you wanted to pop into an underground supermarket before you reach the one at Złota Tarasa next to the main train station, there's one right here. Galeria Centrum, I think it was called, this long line of buildings which contains many, many shops, clothing, books, as well as that underground supermarket. Right, that's it. I'll see you after lunch. Or if she's a no-show, I'll see you in about half an hour, I guess, and I'll have come up with plan B, which is to show you a closer look around maybe that fascinating old Stalinist era building, which has got some really nice sculptures around it. I know it's contentious politically, but I find it an interesting building to look at objectively, especially up close. It looks interesting from a distance, but up close it becomes only more interesting in my book. So that's our plan B, should little Ula not show up.